All right, what's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. A link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. This video is entitled I See Being Black Male First Upsets You. So, in many ways, society has these double standards that everybody has to deal with. And black men have to deal with double standards just like everybody else. We have some that are in our favor. We have a lot that aren't in our favor. But because there are so many things that are not in our favor, when we decide that we're going to put ourselves first, it upsets other people because how would they say in the movies, it upsets the balance. Because people are accustomed to balance being, they get unfair advantages because of societal norms. But if we check out of those societal situations, you don't get those advantages. And I think that upsets people. And at the same time, I think it upsets people because part of what I mean by being black male first upsetting you is that what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So now the black men are treating people in the very manners that we get treated, or we let it be known that this is what's going on, and now that it's happening to you, we're gonna have just as much, vitriol and lack of empathy that you have for us, and it bothers people. So what do I mean by this? Well, historically speaking, black males' role for more of American history has been to be servants and servitude to people. And because we have a history of service and servitude, people are accustomed to, like, we're going to serve them now. And now it's like, I'm not here. My life isn't for serving you. You got to figure it out on your own. And people are having an issue with that because it's like, but if all else fails, you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to take the fall. Or you supposed to, you supposed to do the heavy lifting, and I'm supposed to get the credit. And what you're seeing is black men like, not really. No, not up. I mean, we're going to see, we're going to see how everybody else does. Because everybody else puts themselves first, everybody else says they work hard and they make sacrifices, but part of their built-in sacrifice is that they can benefit off of our labor. So that's not really a sacrifice if you quote unquote working hard and sacrificing, but you have a fallback plan that can benefit off of what we do. It's a problem, the thing about because there's a lot of shaming tactics. If y'all don't do this, you're not really men. It's like, it's not. Look, man, we're gonna be black men on our terms, not your terms, because your terms are beneficial to you, and that's the thing that we all know. Like, people want black men to be the black men that they want them to be, so they can get something out of it. And we're like, no, why don't you be whatever you are, and you get something out of it yourself? There you go. And nobody wants to speak on that elephant in the room. People feel like we could treat you any kind of way, but you'll always be forgiven, and we can always come back. And what you're seeing is brothers like, I don't forgive you, and you can't come back. And I remember video of the brother who died, who got sent to prison for like 4 decades on bogus charges, and the prosecuting attorney or the DA at the time knew he was locking up an innocent man. And the guy gets out, and these two guys are old. He goes to see this guy's been a lawyer. He's got a career off of I locked these brothers up back in the day. This is part of my career, and this is because it was a marquee case. So now he goes to see this guy in a small little house, and the brother got out. Now he's got terminal cancer, so he's free, but he's not really gonna live because he's gonna die in like 6 months after he gets out. So the lawyer comes in there, is like, I just came over to see if you can forgive me. And the brother told him, no. I did like 40 years. While you was over here getting rich off of knowing you locked me up, unjustly. You built a career off of this. You fed your family off of this. You sent your kids to college. You bought a house. You paid for your daughter's wedding, so on and so forth, right? But you want to come over here and ask my forgiveness? Are you kidding me? No. And it's like, why would you even have the audacity to ask that? Because it's a black man. Like, you gonna ruin somebody's life, roll up in a luxury car, from your estate, in a sense, and to see this guy fresh out of jail in a shotgun house. I'm sorry. Forgive me. No. You see this same ideology when it comes to brothers, trying to use and sabotage other brothers, and then you come back like, oh man, you wrong for the why aren't you coming back and helping the community type thing. And the brothers are like, look, man, I'm putting myself first, because let's be honest, it shouldn't bother you, because when I came up, you put yourself first. It's just, it didn't work out for you. So now I'm your backup plan too. Black man to black man. They say you can be a reckless black man, but a productive black man is going to have your back at the end of the day. No, you're on your own. And that even bothers the brothers, right? Sisters the same way, oh, I can do whatever I want, I can say whatever I want, I can act however I want, but at the end of the day, as a black man, you need to come protect and provide and build for me. And the guy's like, no, I'm putting myself first. And it's like, what? People are thrown off, like, I can't believe that you're going to actually care about you more than you care about me. And then you turn around and you say, well, don't you care about you more than you care about me? And their answer is going to overwhelmingly be, yeah, I'm supposed to. So if you're supposed to care about you first, then I'm supposed to care about me first. But then you get that, it makes sense for everybody else, but it doesn't make sense if you say it. Okay, that's the problem. That's why it bothers you so much. You might have to get used to it making sense for you. I made a comment in a sports page where people was getting on Vontae Davis for retiring at halftime. It was unprofessional, absolutely. Was it wrong? Absolutely. But the one thing I said is, I think that these teams and these players need to get accustomed. These teams and these fans need to get accustomed to these players cutting these teams and fans the same way that these teams and fans cut these players. And I think, it's like, wait, what? See, you're too fickle. And that's what people don't want to get into, don't want to say. You feel like you have the right to be fickle. You have the right to be here today, gone tomorrow. But then when a brother say, well, you know what, since I know you fickle, I'm going to look out for me first. Since I know you're going to be here today, gone tomorrow, I'm not going to participate in these shenanigans. I'm going to do me. I'm going to take care of me, because on the flip side, nobody takes care of black men. Nobody cares about us. Nobody loves us. And ironically, I have to give a shout out to Amiri Brown, who's been trolling. He's supposed to be trolling on Facebook, but he gets on the women and he gets on the men. But I think he gets a more visceral reaction a lot of times from the women when he says stuff about men. And it's like, do black women know how to love black men? And when I was looking at the responses, I was like, by these responses, no. Because what happens is, it's like saying, well, loving black men matters. No, it doesn't. Loving all people matters. It's like a visceral, like, I don't have to really care about you. No, everybody matters. Oh, but not me specifically, not me individually. Okay, but when it comes to loving you, It's about you specifically, about you individually. So how about I'm gonna look out for me first? And I think it really, really rubs people the wrong way, because what's not being said is, as a group of men, we're so undervalued and marginalized and looked at as beneath everybody that we forget one thing. And that thing is this: if we so low on the totem pole, you shouldn't, you know, that means we're not bringing anything to the table worth even being mad about. But obviously, when we put ourselves first, everybody has an issue with that. And maybe the issue is because you're not really putting in as much work as you say. You know, you're looking for our extra, and we're not giving it to you, right? Because you know, none of you are going to give anything to us. Here's what it is, right? So this is just my opinion on this matter. So we out, yo. Peace.